So my name is Saeed Mendez, and I am currently attending Duke University Medical Center. I decided on Duke because of the family aspect. During my interview, it just felt like there was a big support system there for me. I felt like I was having a conversation and with the interviewers, and it just felt like I could be myself around there with them, and I could have a relationship with them in the classroom and outside the classroom. Along with that, I loved their team-based learning that they have, and so I thought it was a great opportunity for me to start bringing teamwork skills and start learning them. So when I get to the workforce, I'm able to practice those skills and grow on them. It can be very overwhelming, but it's good to remember that you want to show them how great you are, because a lot of the times I think we back off on telling people how great we are, and it's because we're very humble. But kind of letting that out and showing them, not just telling them how great you are, I think is one of the things that mentors of mine and the people around me told me to do, because I wasn't showing, I was telling. Overall, I'm a people person. I love to talk, and I love learning from other people. I saw physical therapy as an opportunity for me to not only care for someone, but also learn about him, and not only learn about him, but also make myself better while doing it. So that was one of the big reasons that I chose physical therapy, just building that relationship with those patients compared to other health professions that they're in there for 10, 15 minutes and then they leave. And so the time that I get to spend with patients was huge for me. The two big things that really pushed me towards it was my dad had a partial knee replacement a couple years ago, and he doesn't speak very much English. And so when it was his time to go to therapy, it was very hard for him to communicate with the therapist what he was feeling, how things were going, because the therapist didn't speak any Spanish. And so I would go to therapy with him and help that facilitation with the language barrier. I saw myself in the therapist's shoes. I said, I want to have those skills and qualities, and some of those qualities I see in myself. And so that's why I want to pursue physical therapy. The other thing that pushed me towards it was I actually worked at a meatpacking plant in 2018 as a summer job, and there I met a lot of Latino coworkers, people from all over the world, and a lot of them, a lot physical pain was a lot of them because of the high demanding tasks at that meatpacking plant, but they didn't go to physical therapy, and because of the apprehension they felt because of that language barrier, they felt like they weren't able to communicate what they were feeling, or they felt like the therapist wasn't going to know how to relate to the tasks they were doing. And so that pushed me towards it too, that language barrier again, that not being able to receive quality care because of the language barrier is what pushed me further into physical therapy. So far, schooling is going very well. We just had our first two tests and they went very well. Something that has surprised me has been the amount of support that we've received from all the staff and all the professors at Duke. They'll do anything to make you succeed. And so that's been really very warming. I chose Duke because of the support system, and I'm really seeing it right now. Things that have been overwhelming has been the amount of content we've received. But I guess an advice is taking a step back is something I've learned these past couple weeks, and taking things step by step. I don't really have a niche right now. So I graduated with a bachelor's in athletic training. So I was in the athletic training world, sports medicine world for 4 years. I'm coming in really open-minded of different things to explore. I love kids. I taught swim lessons all growing up, and I love kids. And I could see myself doing kids, but just I'm keeping an open mind of all the different paths I can take. But I definitely want to work with different cultures, and mostly the Hispanic population. Try to break that language barrier. That was another reason why I chose Duke, because of the diversity. It's visible not only in the students, but also in the staff. There's a lot of different perspectives. And so another reason why I chose Duke was the diversity that they bring. And our class is from all different backgrounds, cultures, ethnicity. It's crazy, but it's awesome because I've already learned these in these past couple of weeks of so many different cultures and customs, and it's just amazing. Diversity in our program is awesome, and I can't wait to keep learning from them these next couple of years. I'm going into my 6th week, but I really want to get involved into with the APTA, as well as there's a diversity and inclusion group in our cohort and with all the other cohorts, and basically it's their main goal is to teach people about their cultures and inclusion. So I really want to get involved with them, but I also want to get involved with the APTA. I think there's a delegate or different roles in different parts of the APTA. From what I was taught from in my athletic training, being part of the NATA and all of them, the greats are involved in those organizations, and I want to learn from them. I want to take advantage of that to help myself grow as an individual. And so I want to be part of the APTA to help better the profession, but also help better myself. I think we're all guilty of it, but there are times where we sit in the classroom and we're like, oh, I don't want to learn this, or why do I need to learn this? And just trying to remember that you're learning this because you're going to, one day, you never know, you're going to treat someone with that disorder, or you're going to have to bring that skill in. And if you didn't pay attention, that's going to be a little difficult. And so just remembering that you're doing it for someone else and not yourself, it's something I live by. I think it applies to a lot of different degrees. Having a goal and having a passion that you're working towards when things get hard in any degree is, I think, something that one should have, and have a purpose to doing it. That way you're able to push forward when things get hard. I think it's just going to keep growing. I did not know that there was so many different avenues I could take in physical therapy, like cardiopulm, and I knew about neuro, but I didn't know much about it. Movement is a part of everyday's life, and people are going to work and they're going to have to move. And so I think this is just going to expand in a lot of different avenues. I think we're just going to keep growing and growing and growing. It's good. And hopefully at the same time, we help advocate for the profession and let people know that we don't just rehabilitate for surgery, but we really rehabilitate for many different things. We look at many different things. It's comforting to know that there's other people that are working towards the same goal as I am, and that is gap those bridges between receiving quality care. And so knowing that there's other people working towards that goal, and knowing that I have that support system was amazing. Going back to that support system, having that goal to be able to advocate and be able to have equal health care for all has impacted my way becoming a PT. Just knowing that I'll have people that I can rely on and guide me through the process has influenced me quite a bit. So there's a lot of different things I'm passionate about, but the language barrier is not the only barrier that exists. And learning from others of what their passion is and helping them achieve that, helping push and support them, as well as learning from them, is something that I'm looking forward to. Helping advocate for the profession regarding that not only is physical therapy available for people that have surgery and must get back to daily life. But for people that have pain every day, or are struggling to do tasks because of their pain, then letting them know that physical therapy is there for them, especially for other cultures. Coming from a Hispanic culture, a lot of the times we feel pain and we do some home remedies and it goes away for the day, but then it comes back. And so educating them on what PT really is and how, we're able to dig deeper into that problem and better it for the rest of their life, and without, having to go through that struggle every day, as well as educating all the other cultures. So